you.
What up? What up? What up?
What up, everybody? Welcome to the cave.
Welcome to the cave. Wait a minute, who are you guys expecting to see?
I know they was expecting to see all those fellas. They don't know we run this show.
I'm about to say it's the 1 year anniversary. You need to understand who put all this together.
Who put it together? You guys been seeing all the fellas, but we are the brain behind the fellas, and you know, behind all the men is a strong woman. So here I am. I'm Keisha Rose. I just want to say welcome to the cave, like I always do, and I just want to say happy anniversary to the fellas, to Shawn, to Glenn, to Mel, and to Robert. Roger and I have had the best year. We couldn't have picked a better host, better group of fellas to come on this show. And we've been working it out. So thank you guys for standing by us and with us through this pandemic. I hope that if we brought any laughter to you guys, anything that you wanted to hear, I hope that we were able to bring that to you. And for the women, we created this show so the guys and the fellas could really just come on and just talk about and have a safe space about everything that they've experienced, all of their topics, everything that go through their head. And I wanted the women to feel like they were just getting a sneak peek of what men really talk about in the cave. So I hope we done well for you.
I'm sure they enjoyed it. And as you can see, she is eloquent and just so professional. I, on the other hand, look, we found these dudes all on the corner. That's the truth. I was driving by and was like, you know what? I got a good idea for a show. Live from the cave. And each one of them brothers looked like they came straight up out the cave. So I was like, that's them. I just picked them off. We threw them in the back of the VW bus, and we're going to bring them here. But
let's bring them in.
Right now, let's bring them in.
Happy anniversary.
We'll bring the host in first.
And I saw that little roll. I saw that eye roll when Keisha said we could have chosen a better host. I saw you, Raj.
You saw that?
No. I have to tell the backstory.
How about that? Did you see that?
I have to tell the backstory, though, because we knew we wanted Shawn as the host.
Yeah.
So it was immediate that we grabbed him and brought him in. We couldn't have picked up, seriously, guys, we knew that we wanted Shawn to host this show.
Let me say,
Glenn is the bully, so he had a lot of handle back there, but
Yanni's
show. Thank you, Keisha.
Really?
Whatever. Shawn was a guest on Yanni's show, and the minute I saw him on that show, I was like, whatever show I do, this brother needs to be the host of it. So
yes.
Well,
and then when we got started, we was like, Mel. We had to have Mel. So this is how everybody came here. We knew Mel would be perfect. We knew Shawn would be perfect. Glenn is, Glenn. And then we needed that other person. So we were just, trying out. But Robert has stood by us every time we needed a guest. Yes. Every time we needed someone to fill in for one of the fellas, Robert was always there. So we're so lucky.
You need somebody to balance.
Yeah, Roger wanted to get rid of you, Rob, but we outvoted him.
Yeah, we need somebody to balance out the group.
Balance.
We've
That's
got
it. Balance.
Total jet. Yeah,
we out of balance now because Robert, you got on the sexiest shirt in the world.
He got to have a Nipplegate shirt on for the 1 year anniversary.
Right.
It wouldn't be him. It would be him if it wasn't Nipplegate.
Hey, either it's Nipplegate. Hey, Rob, either it's Nipplegate or you got a show after the show.
Well, he is in Miami. Need a little change.
I'm about to say, getting that money to fly home.
Right, I am on.
Or at least catch the Greyhound.
Okay, before we leave, I wanted to toast to you guys. Oh, man. Get your glasses up. To our first anniversary. Thank you guys for making this pandemic worthwhile every Saturday night. Thank you for trusting us with this vision, with this plan. I love all of you guys. And we're going to do bigger and better things for this show. So if you hang in there with us, we got you. Happy anniversary, fellas.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you, super producer Keisha Rose.
All right, we're out of here. You guys have a great show.
Work now. Let's go.
Oh, and but I was gonna say, before they leave, Keisha, before you leave, I just want everybody to know, ladies, the reason that you can't get your way is not us.
It's Keisha.
I feel like, ladies, we have the View, we have the Talk, we have the Diva Show on Fox. We have all these outlets. It's very seldom that we see and allow men to have, once again, that safe space. That's very important for them to come on and speak their truth, their experiences. So when we get the emails of women like, you should let us in and we should be able to say something, it's like, no, you shouldn't. So that's me. That's not the guys. That is all me. So please email me if you want to. I am Keisha Rose.
Yeah, get out of my inbox talking about let me be on the show. I ain't gonna get that for you.
It's all me.
Y'all can still, come my DMs open.
Thank you, Raj.
All right, now that they're gone, that's the sound of the ratings going up. Y'all had the brains now. That's a Jay-Z line. That's a Jay-Z line. That's the sound of the praise.
All right, and this is how we're gonna do this show tonight. Every time he says some craziness like that, we just gonna remove this bus from the show.
Oh God, hilarious.
Hey man, but I tell you what, man. Why don't we start this way? Why don't we round robin, man? And Rob, we'll start with you since you're the newest cast member, man. Why don't we round robin, man, and just share what the show and all of its layers and all of its reach, what the show has meant for you and been for you over this last year, man. Why don't you share a little bit of that with everybody watching? And everybody watching, if you would, as we always ask you guys to do, please share the show to your Facebook page and help us widen the reach of the show. But Rob, why don't you share with us a little bit, man, just what the show has meant for you? Then Mel, Glenn, and I'll go live.
So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Robert Hazzard. I have a company called the Hazzard Group that works with small businesses. I am the lover of life, which is why they have chosen to have me on the show to balance out some things, and I've got some amazing kids and grandkids. And actually my daughter and son are here in Miami with me. So, I'm here with them. So it's exciting. I was going to say,
you're right now. You're there with them.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm here with them. But, that's a great question, Shawn. I think the show has meant a lot because it's given me an opportunity to hang with you awesome brothers and kind of do a barbershop thing. We talk about subjects and things, and it's a bonding piece of it. So it really, in this pandemic, we haven't had an opportunity to get together and socialize and talk stuff. So it's allowed me to be able to do that. So I'm appreciative you guys allow me to hang with you in the cave.
Do y'all even need a barber though? Like all y'all bald? Do you really need? You said it's a barbershop. I'm just
dude. Just because you the only cast member with hair, dude.
I don't know.
I did shave. I shaved today. I shaved my head, Mel, because
I get it. But you said barbershops. It was a frame of reference in case I'm ever at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Mel Roberson. The total gent, the resident thespian, Manute,
the like my Indiana sweater, brother.
Dude, that's dope as hell. Hey man, in your own words, man, just share with everybody watching and with us as well, because we haven't shared this among ourselves either. But just share a bit, man, of what the show has meant for you and to you and all that stuff.
Yeah, so it's rather interesting, right? You never know when you think you're providing a service. A lot of times, especially being in the entertainment world, it's like, I'm putting out something for the people, but in very rare instances, that thing becomes something for you, right? So, for those of you that haven't watched the show the year we've been doing it, 2020 was a very turbulent year for me. I lost 19 people in 1 year. And there was a time when Glenn would text me like, hey, bro, I know you're going through a lot. If you need to take a break from the show, we get it. And I'm like, I need to be on the show. Like, I need to not miss the show. I'm going crazy, man. Y'all gonna find me in a room with padded walls and a Love Me jacket. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't do the show. So it's been cool But it's also been eye-opening to not only hear the thoughts and opinions of you all, as Shawn often points out, we are not a monolith, and there are instances, even though I am the voice of reason for the show, that I can glean from you all something. Hey, you better put that eyelash out your eyebrow. I know you got a cat in your house. You get that dander out your eye.
Shawn's cat is the unofficial fifth member of the game. George. You can
hey, you see him back there, right? He eyeing Nail now, like, keep on.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. No, but see, y'all done made me forget what the hell I was saying. But not only hearing from you all, but also hearing and interacting with the audience. We're often in the comments, or we'll go back and rewatch the show and see stuff that people have said. That it's definitely opened my eyes to opinions other than my own. Not that I'm a closed-minded person, but it's just like, man, I never would have thought of that. Or this was very interesting, very eye-opening. So it's been dope to not only provide this show for other people, but to have it pour into me as well. I love each and every one of you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. My fellow co-stars, as well as everybody in the audience, our regulars, our new watchers, our people that'll watch this down the road. You all are absolutely amazing, and you have made this past year a very memorable year outside of all of the other turbulence that is taking place in the world. So yeah.
Dig it. Glenn Murray.
And that worked out, as you can tell by the way my sweater fits me.
It's hugging your biceps and triceps.
I'm in good shape for an almost 45-year-old, you know.
So
I'm in good shape too, round.
Round is a shape, brother. Round is a shape.
You're more you're pleasingly plump, Shawn. That's what you are. Okay, it's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna keep it clean. I could have took that somewhere bad.
I know. All right, it's my turn now. Is it my turn finally?
It is.
Good.
Yeah, and it's not your birthday show, but go ahead.
I want to officially welcome people to the continuation of the Glenn Murray birthday experience, because that's really what it is. As you can see back here, these are all my gifts, my balloons, all the things from my friends that love me.
Dude, you bought that all yourself. Why don't you stop?
As you can see, I got my glass, my 220 glass. Thank you, Vanya Hudson, for that. Really appreciate that as a gift. And thank you all for joining for the show. Seriously, though, I have enjoyed this year. 52 shows we've done. I counted. We've actually done 52. And each one of them, I've enjoyed every minute of it. We've had some hilarious moments. We've had some very serious moments. We had some moments where we had to hold each other up. And I wouldn't trade any of it at any point in time. Thank you to all the people that are watching, that have watched over this year. I get notes throughout the week of people saying, I just really enjoy what you guys are saying. People just really love the show. We love doing the show for you. So thank you all. That's what I have to say. I'm Glenn, co-producer of the show, 220 Holdings, 220 Publishing. We all are in a book that's coming out, Lessons for the Little Boy, and I'm so proud of that, because all of these are a couple of first-time authors. Rob and Shawn will be. It's going to be Mel's 8th best-selling book. So I can't wait for that. Seventh. Oh, I'm sorry, 7th. Okay.
Thank you. The 8th is coming too, but this particular one will be the 7th.
Oh, all right. Humility.
Take it over, Shawn.
Hey man, I probably couldn't say anything that you guys hadn't said. Much like Mel said, the fact that we aren't a monolith is always on display, which I think is so dope. I also think that this show, again, like Mel mentioned, keeps you from being absorbed by your own opinion, because guys that you deal with every week, come to the party with a totally different opinion than you many times. And so even if you don't agree with it, you have to respect it and see how it could be the lens that somebody sees life through. And I think that that's just cool, because one of the things that I hate the most is people who don't understand that their opinions are just that, and they lay their opinions out as if they are fact, and not just an opinion that you're passionate about. And so I think that even though we don't have to keep each other in check like that because we're all conscious of that. Just hearing each other's voices, I think, reminds us that the world is made up of much more than us. And I honestly think that this show helps us deal with the rest of the world better. I just believe that. And so I love and appreciate all you guys. Some stuff happens behind the scenes that people would never know. Private jokes Glenn and I might have. Just last week, Mel gave me a call on something personal and gave me his perspective on something, and that he wanted me to think about and consider. So it's real. The energy that you get from the guys on the show is very real and very genuine. And the last thing I'll say is the production team was on saying they knew right away they wanted me to be the host, and because I've done stuff in music, I have always heard people tell me what they're going to do. Oh, we're going to do this, or we're going to do that. And so when people say that to me, I almost stop listening. But I have to give them credit that they put that bug in my ear, and I didn't have to reach out to them. They put that bug in my ear, and then they reached out to me, and they did exactly what they said they wanted to do. And so I am forever, Raj and I give each other a hard time, but I'm forever appreciative of the fact that Raj spoke that, and he did that. And Keisha is just amazing. Not enough we could say about her. So that's it, man. I'm glad, man. It's been a fun year. I'm hoping for another year. And let's get it, man. Let's have more fun and touch more people and show more people. What else, man?
I'm gonna try to be on good behavior tonight.
No, man. It's the year. You might as well do that.
No. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
And Shawn is my official hat guru. He's like the Obi-Wan Kenobi to my Luke Skywalker with hats. I'm just starting out as a Jedi warrior with hats.
I wouldn't tell you guys started wearing hats, but it's for the reason.
Or whatever. You ain't no Jedi yet.
Oh wow! Says the Star Wars nerd. Says the Star Wars nerd, of course.
Man, if I told y'all, hey Vaughn, thanks for the happy anniversary wish. If I told y'all how I started wearing hats, y'all be beating up on me again. So I can't say it.
Brandy! What up?
We were going to have some guests in throughout the show for our 1 year anniversary. Some of our favorite guests. Even though D. Randy Stress is in the dark, I can't see him.
Yeah. I'm about to fix that right now. Hold on.
Oh, you got pants on before you be standing up, bro? Don't
right.
I just finished up some production, and I ran in and I got on, and they were like, "Can you go on?" I'm like, "Yeah," because I wanted to say, a year is an amazing accomplishment. Seriously, bro. There are so many shows. They may get 10 episodes. They may get 12. You guys did a year. A year means you guys got a real special thing going. You guys got a good bond going. You guys are talented. I wanted to make sure I got on here to say congratulations on that, man, because that's a serious accomplishment. Seriously.
Well, thank you, Randy. I try to carry the fellows around. I appreciate the compliment about being talented. It's hard bringing up lesser talented people, but I like working with the lesser talented individuals because it helps to bring them forward. And, I'm always trying to see brothers make it. So thank you. That was so good. Thank you, Randy.
Hey, man, always so great to see you, man. And, we've enjoyed your time with us, man, on the show. You were a powerful presence and powerful guest on the show, man. And we really appreciate you thinking enough, to come in, man, and just kick it with us for a hot second, man.
I mean, don't tell the police. I did kind of speed to get to the house. I'm at my boy's house, so forget the background. That's why they stood up. I was on the motorcycle flying, like, man, I got to get there.
we gotta get you back on to tell Tales from Atlanta. We need a whole episode called Tales from Atlanta.
Man, I could give you an episode. Yeah, we could do that one. Or I'm gonna need some people to jump in with me because I don't want Atlanta thinking I'm just bashing on them alone.
Right. Or now we need to do a show called I Have an Eyebrow Piercing, So Go to Hell.
I can get with that.
Yeah.
I can get with that. I've told a couple of pastors that one. Because I had one pastor see me, he like, when you stop doing drugs and alcohol, you're going to take that eyebrow ring out and that tongue ring. I just looked at him, I said, I never had alcohol, drugs, or cigarettes. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
Nobody like, you can't say that to a pastor. Yes, the hell I can. That ain't Jesus. He just come down and judge me. So, he going to get what he get. He should have came
That's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
It would have to be 2 hours.
Yeah, we're gonna have that pastor segment coming up soon.
Yeah. Hey man, Randy, real quick, man, tell everybody, man, where they can find you, what your website is, what you're doing right now. Before you get at it.
For my photography and everything, you can see me at randystress.com. You can hit me on Instagram at randystress, one word. And on YouTube, it's the Stress Free Zone.
I dig that.
TV show. So you can catch me on all of those. I'm popping in and out. And for people who want to hit me on IG, I do respond. I'm a slow typer though.
So are your DMs open, Randy?
Man, I got to say that because I type like this and people get mad. Why is it taking you so long? Dude, I use 2 fingers, man. Come on. I'm a writer, but
the hunt and pick method is what it is.
Look, when I get fancy, you'll see these.
That's what
I
she
wish
said.
I was lying. I can't.
That's what she said.
Uh-oh, Mel's been drinking.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I've been drinking water. What do you mean?
Randy Stress popping in to holler at the guys at the cave.
Hey, thanks a lot for having me on, guys. I don't want to take up your time. This show is all about you guys. Once again, congratulations. I really love what I'm seeing, and I wish you guys all the best, man. I hope this blows all the way up. Hey, when it blow up and you guys blow up, invite me on the show.
Of course.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You guys
right,
take
brother.
care,
Thanks,
man.
man.
Enjoy the rest of your anniversary show, guys. Congratulations again.
Thank you. That's real cool, man. That's real cool, man. We some blessed guys, man, and we're blessed to have some of the energy come through here, man, to undergird us, the way we have.
Yeah, and I'm hot right now, so pretty soon I'm gonna come out of this coat and this hat very soon because I'm start sweating like a preacher. Speaking of preachers, I got my preacher towel here. I'm ready to sweat. So if I ask for an A and B from you, Shawn, don't be surprised.
I thought you were about to pass the basket or something. Take a collection.
Oh, that's coming right after the sermon, Robert. You do that before. Okay. You do that 3 times a service if you.
Right.
Usually be Baptist mainly.
That's true. Yeah.
That's true.
Beginning, middle, and end.
And yep, the building fund, the pastor's appreciation fund, and then we're gonna take a love offering. Then we're gonna do a love offering after.
Benevolent fund. Come on, Mel. Something is itching.
I got a question, fellas. Okay. I got a question for you all. So Shawn was all worried about topics in the green room, right? He was like, "What we gonna talk about tonight, man?" And we're like, "It's everything that we've been talking about for the past year, Shawn."
You're right, man. You're right. I always feel like if there's dead air, it's on me. So
yeah, you good. It's on all of us. We carry the weight together. But my question,
we blame you for it.
Oh yeah, we'll just blame you in the comments when the show go off.
Yeah,
bro.
Go ahead, Mel.
What is too young to date, right? You get to an age where it's like, man, do I need to like prime example, Robert has adult children, right? And he sent us a picture, he's hanging out with his kids and all of that, all of these young ladies who are probably are crowded around them. And I know some of them young ladies like, girl, your daddy fine, right? So, and Robert, being the gentleman that he is, would not mess with any of his daughter's friends, of course.
Right.
But what's the age gap where it gets to be like, this is I don't.
Hey man, that's so funny. I went and had breakfast with one of my closest buddies today, man, and I forget he's 51. I forget, man, that his wife is 13 years younger than him. She's like 37, 38, but he's a youthful 51, she's seasoned, mature, 37, 38. So their age, like even if you saw them out, their age difference wouldn't really be apparent to you.
Right.
I would probably say, man, solidly 10 years younger than me. I will admit that I have a bit of that hang up that I'm not really, really aggressive about ladies that are older than me. I don't know why that is. Maybe a year or two if I'm really feeling them. But maybe as much as 10 years younger than me is probably, where I would say, it would have to be something really, really strong, that made me go, okay, I can do that.
Really,
Rob, you were laughing, so You must hate him like
Rob that proposition up in Miami. That's why he's trying to
Rob is like, well, I've already dated 3 of my daughters.
Old enough to be. Old enough to be.
Rob, like, I got a date tonight with a 23-year-old. What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean.
Dude, we're gonna have a Me Too movement after us. We got
Yeah.
And you see, he still didn't answer. He just laughed.
Right.
He gave a nervous laugh too. He gave a nervous laugh.
So as you all know, that I'm probably the oldest of the group here. So
not by much, but and I didn't think that until we got together a couple of weeks ago. I really thought I was older than you, but yeah.
Oh, well,
for the record, I am the youngest of the group.
I'm the youngest in the group, so whatever their ages are, I'm younger. Remember that, everybody.
You're also the lighter of the group.
Hey,
I not only look younger, I am.
Is this a Sugar Hill gang type situation? That's going on here.
You mean the sugar daddy?
Baby of the bunch.
Hey, right.
Baby of the bunch.
Yeah, right. But go ahead, Mr. Hazzard. Go ahead.
So here's the deal with that. I think that I can't go younger than 15 off of my age.
Boy, I thought you meant 15 years old.
I was like,
no, he's
when
not
he said it, I was like,
he is not Robert
cut his mic.
He is Robert Hazzard.
I was like, cut his mic, cut his mic. We're about to lose our audience.
Neil, that should be a sound bite for the rest of the show. This is Robert Hazzard, not Robert Kelly. Right. Renita says she likes younger men. Renita needs to say how old she is so we know what younger is.
Renita like younger men because they don't get tired.
Hallelujah!
Hey, what was that scene? And Eddie Murphy, Red Fox, Richard Pryor,
Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights. She was like, "Let's make love all night." He was like, "Let me make love for 15 minutes."
Real hard. Hey, Renita. Hey, this is what I would say to Renita. Don't worry. My mama taught me if you can't cut the mustard, you can always lick the jar. Anyway, my mama taught me that.
Oh, on that note, I'm gonna take my hat off. Now that's it. The hat comes off.
Renita says she's 52. She kind of fine too, but I'm not young enough for her.
Okay, Shawn.
All right. So
hey man, it's the year anniversary show. I might say anything. You might as well get ready.
After Robert's
say anything. Like that's the reason.
I know.
I might say anything all of a sudden.
Y'all know I'm usually on my best behavior.
I think even the producers are drunk right now, so it's okay. Whatever happens, we can't get cut. Nothing can happen. We might not make it to year 2. We might not make show 53, but we're gonna have a hell of a number 52.
Rose said 10 years younger than her niece is the youngest she will go. I know about how old Ro is. I don't know about how old her niece is though. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Did everybody answer that, Mel? I don't think you answered that, did you?
No, I didn't answer. So my last serious relationship was with a lady that was
older than you.
Younger.
Oh, she's younger. I thought she was
younger than me. And when we started, I was like, yo, I don't do this young stuff. Like I just can't. You know what I'm saying? And not that young people can't be mature, because there are a lot of young, mature people. I think in some circumstances, your experience though is not there. And for me, and it's just for me, if you don't have a willingness to learn from like some of my mistakes, not that you got to listen to every single thing I say or whatever, but like I'm so into the forward progress of my career and all of these other things. Like some mistakes that I had the opportunity to make, I can't afford for my mate to make at this point in life. There's some things that I did that were super dumb when I was younger. And it's like, all right, when I see you going down this path, I can't afford where I am in life for you to make this same grave mistake that I made. So it kind of
some of that could be eclipsed with trust, though. You know, if you guys trust each other, if she trusts you, then it transitions from her older man telling her what to do to I trust him. I know he cares about me, and I know he is trying to equip me based on what he's seen in his life. You know what I'm saying? Like I've learned that trust is the regulator, man. When you trust me, yeah,
it's dope. I trusted my parents growing up, and I still didn't listen to some of the shit they said, though. You know what I mean? So,
but you knew what they were telling you. They were telling you genuinely from love.
Yeah,
you thought they were wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like you still have the right to think they're wrong, but you didn't have a reason to wonder where that advice was coming from. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't know, man. One of my fraternity brothers the other day said that
which happens to be the best fraternity in the world. I would mention.
I would agree. I mean, there are no arguments there.
Our alpha producer just changed the show. We're sorry, Shawn and Mel have been removed. We will try to continue the show. Oh, he let him back in. Okay.
Going now. Let's get it going.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rob.
Let me take off my shirt. Not my shirt.
In the back offends you. I don't know.
Yeah, people hide from the truth at times.
You know, that's all I'm saying.
There he goes. There he goes. But yeah, so one of my fraternity brothers was like, yeah, man, you know, I met this young lady, yada, yada, yada. We were talking or whatever, and y'all got all this stuff in common. I want you to meet her. And he was like, man, it's only one thing, though. And I was like, what's the one thing? And he told me her age, and I was like, like, yeah, bro, I've done this. I've done the young thing before. Like, you know my ex, bro. You know, he was like, oh, she's nothing like her. Nothing like. I was like, I would hope so, number one. But number two, it's like, so it just kind of, it depends on the person and all of that other stuff, man. Because the other thing that I think about in dating with a significant age gap is, you know, as time progresses, and I plan on being functional until I'm in the casket. Like that's my plan. It's one of the reasons why I work out to, you know, so that I'm in shape and my children don't have to.
I need to start working out.
Yeah, but I wonder, you know, if there's a significant age gap, let's just say a 15-year age gap, like 50 to 65, right? And you got 55 to 70. You know what I'm saying? Like 55 is, you know, but 70 is you know, 60 to 75. You know what I mean? It's like, at what point? And again, you plan on being functional, but you also don't want to slow your mate down. At least I don't, you know, want to slow my mate down. So that, I guess the answer to my own question is I really don't know. You know what I'm saying?
It depends, just kind
of. What Mel is saying is he got that gray hair, so he could go both ways. He could date younger or older, because he gonna look older than anyway with the gray hair. So that's what he's really saying.
Yeah, Glenn. But we also don't want you around saying Mel go both ways. That's not the message that we.
That's not what I meant. You know, that's not what I meant.
Robert, there you go, Robert. I'm an equal opportunity lover.
There you go.
Oh my God!
I'm about to write a new poem. I'm about to write a new poem, Robert Hazzard.
Right. Male is equal opportunity. He does not go both ways. So let's be clear.
Right. Yes. Let's be abundantly clear. Let's be abundantly clear. And nothing. Hey, for those of you
nothing against the community. Absolutely, I have family in that community, and I love that community. However, I just want the truth to be known.
I was born of a woman, and I've had a woman.
Right.
Okay,
and baby.
Okay. Moving right along.
It's a happy woman. Oh,
I've had a few women, but okay.
Next guest, Raj. Next guest.
Is anybody waiting in the green room, Raj? Right.
Roll in the next guest, please. I'm a little hot in here. It's a little hot.
I love y'all Tiger Stripes. Do that, girl. Just want to put that out there. Don't cover it up. Don't tell me to turn off the light. I want to see the lightning strikes all up the backside, baby. Attractive.
Triggers or something going on in the back of my head, you know, with people, but I don't think that everybody should, because I don't want you to shoot me.
You did just say you single now.
I know.
Brother say I got some triggers in the back of my head.
I want Michael Jordan. And Jordan practiced. So I don't want nobody who ain't practiced. So if you've had a few partners and you know what you're doing and you great at what you do, I pay homage to them dudes. They got you right. And we doing things.
He said I pay homage. He said I pay homage to them dudes. They got you right.
That was one of our memorable guests, L. Porter.
Oh! As you can see, we having some of our favorite guests pop in on us and wish us a happy 1-year anniversary. Ladies and gentlemen, from Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, the TV and everywhere else, Simeon Henderson. What's happening, man?
You know what's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's happening? I got a different shirt on tonight, brother. I want you to know. Right.
I've been checking you out ever since I talked about you. You switched it up a little bit. I'm glad.
Hey, Simeon, 2 words describe you from a couple of appearances on the show. Happy time. Every time I think about
Well, what I remember is him talking about his feet and that burnt up pinky toe. That was the funniest thing in the world to me, dude. I couldn't get past that. But I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, Simeon, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago that I had hit you when I saw you on TV. One day I was sitting here just watching TV, and they had, I think it was Chicago PD, and they had him hemmed up in the interrogation room in a cell or something. I'm like, why y'all beating up on my man? And I jumped in my inbox, and I think I screenshot and said, hey, man, I see you on the TV. I see you on the TV.
And I responded, too. Man, I just want to say, hey, happy 1-year anniversary, guys. It's been a pleasure for me to be able to come on the show. Not only come on the show, but watch you guys, man, and watch you grow. I just really appreciate your consistency and your commitment to what you're doing. A lot of people don't realize once you stay committed and consistent, you'll have some longevity. And you guys live by the rule that I live by. I don't care if it's 5 people or 5,000. I'm going to give a great show and give good information, inspire people. That's what you guys are doing with the Man Cave, and I appreciate you guys so much, man. And I remember the first time Mel asked me to come on, I was like, come on to what? The Man Cave? Yeah, I want to come on there. You got to be careful what I talk about. But it's so amazing to see, the circle, how small the circle really is, because we all know a lot of the same people, and the same people support us, and they really push us to be our best. You guys are doing a great job, man. So I appreciate you guys. My hat's off to you guys. And this thing isn't easy. Everybody think they can do a talk show, or they think they can host a show, but it's not easy. But you guys do a great job at it.
You're absolutely right, man, about that degrees of separation, because it seems like I remember, man, being on your Facebook page and discovering that you and I had a common friend in Kelvin McGlynn. And I remember thinking, dude, how does he know Kelvin? Like, Kelvin is my dude. We go all the way back, man, to the early 90s singing in church together. That's one of my best boys, man. And I'm like, how does he know that cat? It's just, that's how it is, man. It's I say it's 2 degrees of separation with us. It's not 6. Yeah.
You see how he just gave his age away, y'all?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much.
We caught that.
We did. We know. But no, I appreciate you coming on my birthday show, because that's really what it is.
Not your birthday show, Gwyneth.
It's your birthday.
Glenn's a liar.
Well, the 14th was my birthday, but I'm an Aries, and we celebrate for a month. You know the rule.
Yeah.
And
I'm an Aries as well.
Yeah, so you got 2 Aries on the show, which means they're blessed, number one, that the show is blessed because of that,
Yeah.
I'm going to leave to make a drink soon. But Simeon, man, hey, I'm sure I speak for everybody, man, on the show, man, when we say we love you, we appreciate you. We always want to know what you're doing. We always want to know when you can come back and hang out with us, man. And we are wishing you nothing but the best in everything that you endeavor to do, man. And we hope that you stay a part of the Man Cave family, man, and come back and kick it with us, man.
Thank you, brother. The feeling is definitely mutual. I just want to give a big shout out, let everybody know we have a film that just released, White People Money. It's a comedy. It's on all the platforms. And my brother Mel and I are executive producers on it. So instead of being in front of the camera this time, Mel and I are behind the scenes and making it work and making it tick. And
I actually worked for a day on the set. I actually worked for a day on the set on the movie.
Yeah.
Look at that. The Noops and the Stigmas doing stuff together. I love it.
All day. We've been doing that for a while. And then the last thing I want to say is there's another movie that I'm in. It's titled Death by Envy. It's the story of Cain and Abel. They're doing a screening of it on May 1st and May 2nd, and out in what's the south suburb out there? I can't think of it. I have the information. I'll send you the information, but it's called Death by Envy, written and directed by Quincy J. Trent. And you know, it's one of those things where we got big things coming up. I'm looking forward to working with my brother Mel and anybody watching this show. We're gonna give you guys some information, and trust me, you need to start taking care of yourself. You need to start thinking about your family and your future, and you need to get it together. Black people, we have to get it together on every level. So when you hear stuff, at least open your ears and listen, because it might be something that can help you and change your life and your family lives. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you.
Hey, man. Thank you, man. And we'll see you next time you come and hang out with us on The Cave. Ladies and gentlemen, Simeon Henderson checking in with the fellas.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
That's all right, man. Oh,
Kittery!
Hands with his
Gentlemen. Happy anniversary, brothers and Keisha.
What's going on?
Thank you, Kittery.
Mic hooked up, man. You got your golden mic hooked up.
Look, the best sounding guest we've ever had.
I have really special mic.
And the clearest picture too. I mean, Kerry, I appreciate you coming on for my birthday, because it is my birthday.
It is still your birthday because
it's still my birthday too. It's still my birthday too. So
first of all, Glenn is selfish. He only includes himself. He doesn't say me and Robert. Let's start there.
Right.
He's extremely selfish.
My birthday was in December, and it's still my birthday.
My birthday is coming up, so I'm gonna take
the term is birthday. Day is a 24-hour time period.
See, that's that box you're in, Mel. That's that box. You don't think outside the box. That's one of your problems. That's one of your problems, man. You don't think outside the box. You don't look at the day as being a month. Like, and you're a motivational speaker. I'm really disappointed now.
Henry, how are you, brother? Good to have you on the show, man. Jumping in here.
I'm tired, but I'm here.
And I am proud to say that of all the guests I've invited that have had technical difficulties, I'm also proud to say that our guest that is always the best when it comes to video and audio is also somebody I invited to the show. So
here we go.
Okay, you had to try to make up for all them other people that you invited.
You were going 0 for 8 for a minute there, so you had to bring somebody in with good sound.
I started bringing people on, Kenry. I'm like, damn, I don't know why everybody I know internet don't work.
Why is everybody going like? Is that what's your guess, man?
Kenry, you did so good. I thought you had froze yourself.
Right. he kind of got me there for a minute.
Shawn would recommend people, we just talk over him. Well, I think this is what we're like. Yeah, okay, we go. Sure, Shawn. Okay, you know how you talk to the old person and you just let them talk, and you be like,
right.
Don't call them. Sure.
You guys, hey man. This has been a great thing for me to be a part of from time to time and to view. It's been inspiring. It's something that I really, really, really needed. And I appreciate you guys for doing it. It's I think it's going to go to some larger format because it's needed. I mean, there's views and stuff like that, but there's nothing like this out here for the brothers.
Yeah. And Kenry, I have to say this, man, and not just because you're a friend of mine personally, but you are not a guest man who pops in and then doesn't support us on the weeks that you aren't on, dude. Every week,
you do. Yeah.
I see Kenry in the chat, man, contributing, sharing, supporting us, encouraging us. Right.
Get in arguments in the chat with people. We appreciate that.
Now I do know that when the world opens back up, Kennery makes a lot of money on Saturday night. So it's going to be a lot harder for him to do that for us because that is a money-making night for him.
You know what? I'll go remote. I'll be on the stage.
You're going to have to. You're going to have to, man. You're going to have to, man. I I'm sure I'll speak for all the fellas, man, when we say your contribution, man, has been priceless, man. I was in the car thinking the other day about you saying, I don't have baggage, I have notes. You have left us with some things, man, that were powerful and meaningful. And that's what it's about, man. It's,
we could do a whole highlight reel called Kennery Quotables.
Absolutely.
We'll do that. I have enough trouble already. Enough trouble already.
What Congressman John Lewis say? Good trouble, brother.
Good trouble.
There you go.
Henry, you might be the one person that actually has fans. When you come to the chat room, people shout you out as you come in. That's how popular you are.
That's how
you like Norm from Cheers, bro.
You are. Yeah. You
are. Right.
Hey, man. Thank you, man.
Happy anniversary again. It's just a wonderful thing. Keep going. I'm looking forward to the whole next year. It's going to be great, and you guys are going to do some great things and inspire some people.
Hey, man, I hope when we can be back on the same stage for a minute, doing the things that we do otherwise, together. So
most definitely.
And I'm bum rushing the stage. Y'all gonna have a poet in that show.
Hey, man, come on.
We got security, man. just so you know.
Hey, Rob. You know what, Rob? We need to go on and get our stuff together and get us a little poetry segment on for the background thing.
I was just thinking
that Mel and Shawn thinking they're the only ones with talent. I mean,
it's the only way that you do stuff around here.
Beauty is,
but you know what? If you do show up, we're gonna announce that you Bivens.
No, DeVoe, you mean? Right.
They're right. DeVoe is.
So that'll look good for us too.
Right.
I just wave real quick and sit down. That's cool.
Right.
That's cool.
No, you gotta,
do that running.
Right.
Exactly. Point to the audience.
Yeah.
Kennery Smith, man, thank you so much, man. Thank you for your support, your friendship, everything you've contributed, man. And until we have you back on again, which we know we will, keep us in your thoughts and prayers, man, and keep doing what you do.
Always, brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kennery Smith, my man.
Yeah.
Yep. Can we do a quick shout out? I see Kevin Foster in the audience. Kevin was has been part of the Cave a couple of times. He was on the original show, on Yanni's show as well. So, Kevin, appreciate you, bro. Love you, bro. Thank you for my Lakers shot glass, too, because it's my birthday.
I saw that old whackness. I know Yanni. I see Yanni lurking in the thread trying to come in the back door of the room. There she is right there. I knew it.
Ooh, let me sit up for this one. God.
Is Yanni here? Oh, she's here. Oh, there she is. Okay. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, I'm paying attention now. Hey, baby.
Hey, look, hey.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. Here we go. Yanni, don't say nothing. Yanni, don't say nothing nasty. Don't say nothing suggestive.
No, Yanni, speak your mind.
You do what you do.
You be free.
Listen, you guys talking about them old women. I just want y'all to know them seasoned women know what they want, when they want it, how they want it, and how they want you to give it to them. So while y'all playing with these young girls that's eating crab legs and ain't drinking no water, keep on playing.
Okay, now come on.
Would you elaborate on the drinking no water part?
Why they gotta drink water, Yanni? Can you please explain?
Some water right now.
I mean,
That's what I told you. You were drinking, Robert.
Listen,
keep going, Yanni. Keep going.
You drinking the water, but they ain't got nothing to do with how she's gonna taste when she ain't drinking no water.
She said taste, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, she did. He said how she gonna taste. Yes, she did, ladies and gentlemen. That is Yanni. Yanni said how she gonna taste.
And as soon as Yanni come in, it start raining, y'all. It's pouring outside my house right now.
Why do you tend to bring the wetness with me wherever I go?
Okay.
Woo.
I'm glad you saying the stuff I couldn't get away with. So continue.
Hey, my windows are fogging up over here, Yanni.
Boy, I ain't got no more clothes to,
guys.
My glasses are fogging up. And
I know I ain't got no more clothes to remove, Yanni. Can you tone it down? Because it's a little hot. It's a little hot in here.
I'm sorry, Glenn.
Johnny, be you, baby. Be you.
No.
You ain't got to do nothing.
It's
This is not his birthday show. He has no say so.
It is my birthday show, damn it.
It's taken me a really long time to get here, and I'm telling you, baby, it's a beautiful space to be in.
Well, I just want to thank you for incorporating some cleavage into the cave for the anniversary.
Right. Well, I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
Very happy about the cleavage on the show.
See, Shawn and Mel don't know how to behave when you come on the cave. This happens every time. They just get giggly. Look at them. They just little giggly boys. Look at them, two giggly little boys. Look at them.
Let me put
and I'm okay with that.
Right.
I'm totally okay with that.
You are 100% good.
I'm good. I'm good.
Because I see love back there in the background, Yanni. Is that
yes.
love?
Absolutely.
You know, I'm the lover of life. So So I had to put my glasses on just to see that.
I need that heart. I want lust behind me.
Okay, can we, as y'all calm your little hormones down for a minute, if I can talk to Yanni for a minute about something. First of all, thank you, Yanni.
Wait. That's right. Go ahead.
Really, Shawn? Just keep it down. Turn it down to 3.
I got hot mic. I had to open my shirt.
I see. Shawn and open his shirt. Mel, just keep your shirt.
God, I just noticed.
I mean, I could come out of it. I ain't got no problem with it.
So we're gonna call this the Yanni effect. But first of all, if I can be serious for a minute, Yanni, thank you, because on your show, Making Love Better Together, you first introduced the man cave concept, and it was on your show. So thank you for taking a chance. You were the first show that G-Rose ever did. You always have been my first. I tell you, my first author, everything. You just always are stepping out there. So I can't tell you how much I love you.
And look at what I taught you.
So I'm proud to say I did 2 different times. I'm proud to say.
I'm sorry, Glenn. You had to know that was coming. You had to know. But in all seriousness, though, this show was so needed for a few reasons. I mean, no holds barred, truth telling, as real can get. You're not doing it you're doing it to sell books, of course, but the reality is your opinions, because they're so very, very different, is so needed. And, I say this all the time. Women hear what they want to hear. And my analogy all the time is I love Chinese food with you, and all they heard was I love you. So to hear a man's opinion and what it is that they have to share and say, I really do hope that the women that are listening are experiencing it and taking it in, and more importantly, looking at themselves so that they can reflect on what it is that they need to do for them so that they can attract amazing men like you.
Thank you.
Well,
wow, that was deep. We ain't got nothing to say about that.
Man, that was like silence.
I know, it's like good wine. When you pour good wine, you let it breathe. I had to let that breathe. Let that content breathe for a minute, because that was good.
And I just can't say what I want to say in front of everybody. So
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yanni. That was
and in all seriousness, for the ladies and the men, please do pick up some ginger, some pineapples, some water.
I got a refrigerator full of ginger and pineapple. Let me just tell you.
Maybe I shouldn't say this, but Yanni, if you're gonna Yanni, if you're gonna instruct them to do all of that, you might want to do a show on the whole sponsoring concept, so they understand why you. Okay.
Why are you saying that? So that they know they need to drink more water.
Some people might not. I mean, it's a taste thing, but it's also, if you're gonna close the deal, that'll help quite a bit as well.
I'm just saying.
Well, just tell me what to bring to the party. Tell them what to bring to the party. That's all I want to know.
Listen,
y'all just need to be at the party.
Here's what I know about life, and I don't know if you guys have shared this with women or not, but what I know is life is too short to fake orgasms.
Oh,
wow!
Now we're talking.
I want to come up. I'm like, okay.
I tell women this all the time, and men, you tell me if you agree. 99% of the time, you're gonna have your orgasm.
Yep. That's true.
We can't say the same for her, and then she just laying in the wet spot.
Ew. Okay. Ew.
That ain't. Why you say ew?
I just like the way she said it. She just is so
I'm sorry.
with it. It's like she catches me off guard. My innocence comes out when Yanni comes out.
Henry said, "What is actually happening right now?"
I think everybody's saying that. Everybody, what show did I tune into?
Right. Yanni, thank you so much.
I am happy for you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming, Yanni.
The next time we see you, which we know will be soon and unexpected. And until
Yes,
then,
you like coming to visit me.
I have the memory of your cleavage in my mind, and I'm gonna.
Oh Lord! Pretty soon, if you come back on with that shirt, Shawn and Mel will probably buy a ticket to come see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm thinking they're checking their flight.
I'm about to take it now.
Look, I'm Velocity.com as soon as we end the show. Yanni, thank you. We love you. Thank you for all that you do.
I got points on Southwest, so I can fly. I got
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Yanni Brown, the only woman allowed in the man cave. Yanni Brown, y'all.
Love you, Yanni.
Love you too. Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right,
it becomes an adult show when Yanni comes on.
Shawn and Mel, pull yourselves together, please. Compose yourselves, gentlemen, please.
You're right. Fire miles. Yeah.
Yes.
Can we Heineken, Rob? That is not a good freeze screen for you.
It was not.
It was not, Mel. It was a bad freeze screen.
June called you out, Rob. I protected you. She was like, "What are you drinking?" I was like, "Water. It's just in a green bottle. That's all." No, that's no question.
I saw that. I'm not drinking any liquor tonight.
Yeah. Can we talk about favorite catchphrases really quickly?
Yes, we can. In case anybody didn't realize that we are going to go a little bit longer than normal tonight, just in honor of the anniversary. So, if you're looking like, okay, it's almost 10 o'clock, they're not trying to check out. We have gotten permission from the production team to go a little over because it's our anniversary. So the cave catchphrase as well. I think Mel has the number one. You know what you
did. I know he's been saying this since like the first episode.
You know what you did. So here's let me give you the history for those that came on the show after like the 10th episode, because I didn't explain the origin. Let's do the origin of the catchphrase.
Yes, let's do the catchphrase origin.
So that particular catchphrase for me was at the beginning of the pandemic, or somewhere around the pandemic. People were like, "Man, life is short, and you need to make amends with people, and forgive and forget." And I'm like, "Shit, the axe forgets, the tree remembers." Right? I ain't
feel like
right. Like I was like that, and they were like, "Well, you need to talk to people you ain't talked to." I'm like, "To hell with that. You know what you did when you double crossed me. I ain't going back to that." And there was more expletives and other words because I was really in it in the moment that we talked about it. But you know what you did is like if a person double crossed you and they showed you who they are, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there gets to a point where you ain't got to take that shit, and it's like,
fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
Shame on me.
Family says can't get fooled again. That's the
I can't do it. So do you know what you did is the whole, you know what you did when you double crossed me. Like you deserve how I'm treating you or not treating you. Like I don't like you. I don't dislike you. I nothing you.
I'm ambivalent, right? Mm-hmm.
I nothing you.
I nothing.
You know what I mean? So that's that.
I've been there. Well, that has stayed with the show, and I don't think it will ever leave the show. Even when you're not here, we still use it in your honor because it carries that much weight.
Thank you.
And behind that, I don't know what else you got, Glenn. Nipplegate was big. I mean,
No, but Robert is lover of life. That's always his. Mine is, and the reason behind it, I can neither confirm nor deny, is because I feel like I have a reputation outside of the show, and it's totally different from in the show, as you can tell by the people that like get mad at me when I say something that goes left to what they think because they dump me and drop me as friends. So I always say I can neither confirm nor deny.
That is, Glenn. That is your thing. I can neither confirm nor deny. That is
right. I got that from politics. So if I remember, I think it was the Watergate or some guy answered, I can neither confirm nor deny this. So he didn't admit his guilt, but he didn't deny that he was guilty either. So that's kind of where I got that.
Y'all make me realize I don't really have one. I don't think.
You do, Shawn. Yes, you do. The whole "I don't buy drinks" for people became kind of a pseudo catchphrase. That became a pseudo catchphrase. And if you notice, Raj used that. Raj, our producer, Roger, who was on earlier when the ratings were low, because they came back up when we came on.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing?
What up, Raj?
How you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. You gonna learn tonight, Glenn Murray. You gonna learn tonight.
Keisha Rose wants to come in, Rod.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting on Keisha.
Okay, wait. Glenn, we cannot have you speaking that nonsense on my show.
You think she's behaved enough, Keisha? Are you going to behave, Glenn?
I'm executive producer on this show.
Yeah, but
I'm executive producer as well.
Tonight, I got the controls.
Hey, you are an executive producer.
In the words of Ric Flair, I'm who they came to see. Don't wrap me up.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I'm who they came to see, Raj and Keisha. I'm the one, between me and Robert, we get the ratings on this show. Let's be real about this.
Oh my gosh. Okay. How did you tell us that?
And everybody, please wish me a happy birthday in the chat. I feel a little lonely because it's my birthday show and I haven't gotten a happy birthday in at least like 5 minutes.
It's not your birthday show. That's the first problem.
I just want people to know.
So anyway, what I was.
Yeah.
No, that's a good catchphrase. That's definitely a catchphrase.
What I was saying, what did you say was my catchphrase, Glenn?
I don't buy drinks.
Right. What I was going to say was Raj just capitalized on that and took it all the way out of context. Because what I was saying was I don't buy drinks to meet women. I buy a drink if we're talking and I want the conversation to go on, but I'm not the dude who walks up to somebody whose name I don't even know, talking about, yeah, here's a drink. I'm not buying no strangers no drinks.
But the question is, Shawn, once you meet her and you buy her the drink, is that when you open up with, I got a dude, I know this dude, and then you go into that story, the news story, you're lying? I just want to know.
Whatever.
Hey, can I say Keisha just popped in looking like a sexy Carmen Sandiego?
That's how I roll, man. That's how. You know what? When Yanni leaves, I felt like I had to let it down a little bit. I don't know.
You had to
wait a minute now. I'm going to get myself together over here, drink my water, and go get some ginger or something. I don't know.
Looking like Purple Passion.
I like keep a supply of ginger because of Yanni. So just
Keisha in the kitchen cutting up pineapples and shit,
And I love fruit. I mean, I'm just saying.
I just bet you do. Wow. Oh Lord, today.
What a great show! I have to
Very good show.
So, do we have any more guests? Is that it?
We're not enough.
I mean, y'all are good and all, but they came to see us. But I mean, y'all are good.
Somebody come to see you, Otis.
Let's be bringing Dion Cole in, or somebody that ain't been on yet.
I know Dion Cole
this morning.
Steve Harvey, you can come on the show. We won't talk about you real bad.
Dion gonna do the show, Raj?
Steve Harvey may start talking about when he rode his bike. He didn't have a cell phone. Man, I ain't got time
right
now.
And he put it on the back of his, on the back of his bike. He wrote it up and all of that.
Wrote the lyrics down. Took it to the girl house because there's no phone, so you had to stalk your girlfriend back then. You had to wait on her.
Stevie, I remember when we didn't have a man cave, we dug a hole in the ground and we stood and yelled in it, and that was our man cave back in the day.
Really?
On the road, my Schwinn bike.
You say Schwinn so nice. Roger, did Deion say he's gonna do the show?
No, I haven't. He didn't reach back out to me.
Oh, okay.
All right. So most controversial relationship topics. What are the topics that have gotten me kicked out of people?
I'm about to say, let me tell you right now, after 22 years of marriage, I will not be a part of this.
Oh, y'all gonna leave now? Oh no, when it gets hot, the producers leave.
You don't want to sleep on the couch tonight, huh?
See, this is why.
First of all, Roger will sleep on no couch. If you mad, you leave the room. I don't do couches. I don't leave my house.
He said, if you mad,
this show is going off the rails.
I have spoken.
I have spoken.
You're damn right.
I'm using that, Raj, from Raj's book.
That's
Women
Raj's catchphrase. I have spoken.
Yes, I have spoken.
Yeah.
I told Raj we go write a book for Raj. Women just be quiet and listen by Raj Bruce. That's gonna be the name of the book.
Hey man,
I'm using that tonight. I have spoken.
I still think toxic femininity was the
Stop. Hold on. Robert, you say you using that tonight? Who you using it with, bro?
I know. I heard that too, man. I heard that too.
I knew that.
And I was like, we coming back to this.
Yeah, I knew you would say something now.
Hey, Rob, I know there's a Hooters. I'm just saying, Rob, you're in Miami. I can neither confirm nor deny, but there's a Hooters in Cocoa Walk that is just a bomb. And I ain't talking about for the food. So I'm just saying, if you're over in that area, that's what I heard.
That is.
I lost two whole friendships behind toxic femininity discussion.
Did you, Shawn? I'm surprised you haven't lost more friends.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, some people may have left and I didn't notice them leave.
I'm really surprised that you've only lost two, Shawn, because you be coming with some stuff sometimes.
Hey man, I probably have lost more than that. I just didn't see them leave. I didn't realize they were gone.
Yeah, I mean, I got removed from a couple of groups of single people because they were like, I hate your show because y'all are bashing women and you need to let me come on so I can respond for all women in the world. And I was like, not even if Jesus sent me a DM asking me to get on this show, you would be on this show. There's no way. So yeah, so
I didn't even know Jesus said you could come on.
No, there was somebody, she felt like she should be the one that should defend all women and she should come and attack all of us because we were all wrong, but not letting the woman come on here and defend. And I'm like, you do understand what a man cave is in the concept, right?
I thought it was amazing the woman that told us we had no business discussing women without a woman present.
I know, really. Like, we need a woman in the room. Right. There needs to be a woman in the room.
As much shit is talked about men at hen parties.
Yeah.
So, but there's no man present. I'm like, wow, really? Can't co-sign that one, honey. Not gonna be able to.
So that was pretty controversial. There was one about, we were talking, I think we had Kevin Whitaker on, and we were talking about women who feel like God told them that men are their husband, and we talked about that as well. That was pretty controversial too. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of that, and yeah. I always go, how come God didn't tell me?
I know, 3 times. I got that 3 times in like a month. And I'm like, God is not talking to me. And I know my ears are clean and I can hear him. I got all this.
Yeah, why would he have told you and not told me? I don't know.
Yeah, he done told 3. And I'm like, 3 women? Like, I can't have all 3 wives. So I'm like, I'm going to need to know. One of them is a woman.
Well, I mean, depending on where you live, you might be able to.
Well, yes. If I'm,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I would say, I don't care if it was legal
to make that work, Glenn. You just gotta up your game, Doc.
Have you ever seen the show Big Love on HBO?
I have not.
He had 3 wives. It was about this guy who had 3 wives. Great show. But it's a good primer for why you don't want to have 3 wives.
They were polyamorous, everybody knew.
Yeah, they were polyamorous. They were in Utah or something, and he had 3 wives, and it was the story of that. Yeah, just watching that show alone would tell you why you don't want 3 wives.
Yeah.
You just don't.
Yeah.
Well, you can be a man with a wife.
I don't want 3 wives.
The only time I could.
You can be a man with a wife and 2 daughters and know why you don't want 3 wives.
I know, really. But I'm like, I can't get 3 of my exes in a room unless they're agreeing on who's going to put my body in plastic, who's going to put it in the trunk, and who's going to bury it. So we ain't really trying to do that with 3 women. No, that's okay. Any of my exes out there, I love you all, and we're all still friends. I was just joking. I can neither confirm nor deny any of you would probably bury the body.
That was good, Glenn. That was good. That was pretty funny.
I just don't want my exes speaking in my eulogy, doing a eulogy. That's what.
Yeah, you can't.
That's a good one.
You can't defend yourself. You can say anything.
They can say anything. I'm trying to prime them now to say some.
I would love for my
to work on them now.
I would love for my exes to speak in my eulogy.
I'm friends with
okay. What you gonna get up?
With all my exes.
You gonna get up and say, "Hey, you know what? No, that's not right."
Rob X in the pulpit talking about. And one time he left me at Target. He just got mad and just left me at Target. Yeah, I don't know that I would want my exes, man. Yeah, that's an interesting concept, though. What do you think your exes would say if they spoke at your funeral?
Well, yeah, you know, with the exception of two of my exes, I'm pretty much in contact and cool with all my exes, with the exception of two. I mean, like one of my exes is like one of my super duper dope friends.
Yeah, most of my exes,
yeah.
But you don't want to find out the truth at the funeral. Like they really didn't. They're like, we was cool, but let me tell you.
You know, I'm actually now. It's funny. I'm actually cool with my exes, aside from my last.
I was gonna say, Ron, really? Are we sure?
No, we're not going there. We're not.
We can move on from the exes now.
That's a trigger moment. That's a trigger moment.
Okay.
I mean, I think
so we've,
you know.
We've covered some relationship stuff. We always cover some political or controversial or affliction of Black people. On my Facebook page today, I think it was this morning I posted it, today or yesterday, I posted a video clip of a state trooper in Arkansas who had pulled over a 32-year-old young man and said he almost wrecked the U-Haul getting off the ramp, which he didn't. The guy was completely sober. You could tell by the way he was talking. He was actually moving. This Black gentleman, his father was a retired judge, right? And so the state trooper was asking him all these questions. He was like, yeah, I don't even understand this line of questioning. You're saying I almost, wrecked my vehicle. I didn't. He was like, well, can I search it? He was like, no, you have no probable cause. He was like, well, I'm gonna call for a drug dog or whatever. He's like, there are no drugs in here. He's like, well, just let me search it then. Long story short, they detained the guy for 2 hours, searched it, found absolutely nothing. He had his father on the phone with him the entire time, who's a retired judge. And they ended up putting him in handcuffs and put him in a car. And he's like, Dad, they're arresting me. They're arresting me. You know what I mean? He's like, I didn't do anything. I don't have any drugs in the car. He's now suing the police department for emotional distress, which is awesome. But just to speak to one of the things that Simeon was talking about, I've been with a company called Legal Shield for the past 20 years. And one of the things we have is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week phone number for emergencies if you ever have a situation like that. And it's just so interesting to see how they treated him. You know what I mean? And it's like, y'all tell us, we shouldn't be so angry. We shouldn't be so upset. Y'all tell us how we should protest. You know what I mean? Then y'all don't listen to the protest. So when we tear shit up, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, y'all, you know what I mean? It's always something, bro. It's always something. So what do you all think about situations like that?
I don't know if you saw the recent post that I did, but it was a post that had Cap kneeling next to, and it was an illustration, Cap kneeling next to an illustration of Derek Chauvin kneeling. And the meme said, America, which knee is it that you want? And it made me think about the fact that, we can protest peacefully and it's a problem. We can protest aggressively. It's a problem. So the reality is it's the people that are protesting that you have a problem with. When there's no way we can protest that you can be okay with, then it's those who are protesting that you have a problem with, because we've tried to protest peacefully. We've also torn shit up. Like Mayo said, it's us that you have the issue with. And so my, I admit, man, that I'm a bit exhausted with talking to, white people and my white friends about it, because too often I see them sit on the sideline and all they're doing is looking for where they can take a pot shot at the argument. They're not looking for where they can support or advocate or understand, or undergird. And so I'm like, it's not a quiz. This is our lives. It's not a quiz or some puzzle for you to sit in your living room and try to solve. We have to worry about our young people leaving. We have to worry about what happens when we get pulled over at a stoplight or something. So, it's harder for you, and it's life or death for us. And so those conversations are they're not ones I've been willing to have anymore. They've been too distant.
That's interesting that you talked about that, because I tell people, because I live out in the suburbs now. I don't live in the Bronzeville area temporarily, but whenever I come to the city, I feel some society as it relates to potentially being pulled over or something like that, and it may be because of what's happening with the news piece of it. Do you guys feel that way as well? I know you mentioned it, Shawn, in terms of potentially being pulled over. Do you guys feel the anxiety? I mean, I know I'm in therapy.
I feel it in the suburbs, bro.
Dude, I feel it every single day since I started driving.
I feel it every time I drive. I feel it every time I drive.
Every day since I was 16 years old, I feel it.
Yeah, man. By the way, I just put my website up under my name, theplanforyou.com. If anybody's interested, you can get information there. But to answer,
a great service to have too. By the way,
so you're in the suburbs now.
Yeah, I'm in the Orland Park area, right? So I feel it. Okay. I feel it over here, bro. Like, I got pulled over going to the expressway. You know what I mean? And like, dog, I turned my camera on instantly. I did everything right. You know what I mean? Said yes, sir, no, sir, license, all of that stuff. And I have a family member. My sister is a police officer. I have a family member who's a police officer. So I'm all by the rules, and it still can happen. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter, bro. Like at some point, and I got a lot of family in law enforcement, and I still feel that way. And a lot of times they don't even care. I got pulled over in the city, and as soon as they pulled me over, I was like, "What did you pull me over for?" He was like, "Well, you did a little funky move back there." I was like, "What's a funky move?"
Yeah,
like, what's a funky move? And then I have the police headband in my thing. He was like, "Are you an officer?" I said, "My sister is." He was like, "I really don't like that you have that." I said, "Well, she drives my car. She put it up. You know what I mean? So she told me don't take it down." You know what I'm saying? And he's asking me all of these questions, drilling me. And I was like, why did you even pull me over instantly? Yeah. I mean, let me not even, I'm about to get worked up. I hate that I
mean, but it is, so it's real. It's real, Mel, that that happens, because I thought it was just me. And I would tell people when I come, it's that I get these anxieties, and even in counseling, I said that I get these kind of anxieties based off of what's happening in the media. And then cops are flying by us when we're driving. So it's a real thing. So ladies, you have to understand, when we are feeling some kind of way, or anxiety kicks in, it could be not because of you, it's because of the things that we are faced with as Black men.
Yeah, and anybody that sees the blue lights, your heart automatically starts to race, and you're like, okay, this could go one of two ways. And it's never happened for me. I mean, I live in the burbs too, and extremely good interaction with police. I think I've been pulled over once out here in 10 years living in the village that I live in. It was suspect when he pulled me over, because he's like, "Oh, I thought I saw you veer." And I'm like, "I know what you're doing. You're checking to see if I'm drunk driving." I know what they're doing. Cops do that. They pull you over to say you veered, and then they smell your breath and see if you're drunk driving. Then they do the test, and then they hope they catch a DUI. That's kind of how they do that. So I knew I hadn't been drinking, and it was cool. And he was like, "Okay, it's cool, Mr. Murray," and all of this stuff, but it's still stressful. It is still very, very stressful.
Something I find fascinating, man, and I have an extraordinary number of friends that are police officers. Actually, I texted a link to the show to one of my closest friends that's a cop right as we started, because he wanted to watch the show. When I was a young guy, man, the worst thing I ever thought could happen is being pulled over by a Black woman police officer. I had never been treated as harshly and as mean as I had by Black female police officers when I was younger. Now, I feel like I see much more compassion from Black female police officers than I do Black male officers. I stopped having conversations with my friends that are police officers because I started to feel like they were paralleling their jobs to lives. And you can quit that job or be fired from that job or choose to walk away from that job. I'm going to be Black. I ain't got no choice in it. And so when you start, that's why I'm so turned off or put off by Blue Lives Matter. Don't compare your job to somebody's life. That's apples and oranges that you're doing. And so I ended up having a conversation with a good friend of mine who's a Black female police officer. And she was telling me that, you know, she understood why things had changed like that. She was like, the temperament has changed. You know, the female cops no longer feel the same need to compete and intimidate and all that stuff. They just want to go home just like everybody else. And she told me, she said, it becomes a matter of, is it worth inserting yourself in? She said, do you know it's illegal to hang anything from your rearview mirror? And I got, you know, Noopy stuff hanging from my rearview mirror now. She's like, any cop can pull you over for that. You know, is it worth it? Is it worth pulling you over and something stupid happening because of that? And so I think when you have that cowboy mentality, you have a lot of people who are more willing to do that. Whereas some people are like, look, this is my job. I want to do it satisfactorily and I want to go home. And nobody has to die for me to do that.
Like the whole situation where the girl is talking about, she thought it was her taser.
Oh yeah.
God. How you 26 years on the job, dude, and you don't know the difference between a taser?
And you know the weight of the taser versus the
weight. You have to cross draw for a taser.
Right.
You have to cross draw.
It's not on your dominant side. You're right.
Yeah.
And usually they're yellow.
Right. Absolutely.
Usually they're yellow.
Right. Yeah.
Hell of a lot lighter.
The production team says they are now investigating cops now who have the thin blue line flag taped to their police guns. See, I believe there's a lot of internal gang activity and hate activity in the department. And if they're not, committed to weeding that bullshit out, you're going to have people that are on the job looking to do dirt. That's just the reality of it.
Right. And in reality, people who defend the cops at no matter what, you're part of the problem.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If you think that there was something, not wrong about Derek Chauvin and what he did to George Floyd, George Floyd, regardless of his record, because everybody likes to pull that up too, which is really unfair that you pull up the record of the person that died. That was
not on trial. Yeah, he's not on trial.
For that. But if there were people I saw post like, well, he had asthma and that's probably why he died. The 3 experts testified that he died because somebody was on his neck. There was some man putting his full weight on his neck. 3 experts. That
I had a wife the media. Who was the guy that got paralyzed going back to his van? He had his children in the car.
Oh, in Kenosha?
In Kenosha.
Jacob Blake?
Jacob Blake. I had a white friend of mine tell me that he may have had a weapon already and the media spun it and didn't say it. And I said, you clearly live in a different world. The media does not give black people a break. If there was a reason that they could have hung over that dude's head that deserved him getting shot, they would have used it. Even the cops involved said he didn't have a weapon. They said they thought he might be going to get a weapon. But how twisted do you have to be when you think the media is protecting black folk? That's never what happened.
Yeah, the media is,
Go ahead, Rob.
I was just going to say this real quick. We have to be very careful about the media piece of it. The media does not report positive stories, particularly about African Americans, and there's always 2 sides to that story, and they never post the positive piece of it, because if they did, what would happen? We wouldn't be watching the news. So we have to really be careful about what we project out based off of what we saw on CNN or some other channel.
Right. It's tragic that we're still telling the stories our parents told. But go ahead, Mel.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just want to make sure we cover all topics on the 1-year anniversary show. We did relationships. We did, social injustice. We haven't done politics. I have a good political topic if you guys are open to it. Are you open to it?
Go for it. Yeah.
So one of the things that has been in my timeline profusely as of late is the fact that there is some Asian hate or anti-Asian hate bill that's on the table, yet there's no anti-Black hate bill for all of the stuff that we've been through from slavery to now.
Well, the Asian hate bill passed last week. It passed like 94 to 1. Yeah, 94 to 1. It passed.
Are you surprised?
No, not surprised. Just giving us the topic to converse upon.
No. I meant surprised that it passed.
But to be fair, right?
Because I'm not.
To be fair, there are laws on the books about discrimination. Just discrimination. Blatant discrimination. People just ignore them sometimes. Right. But there's discrimination laws that are already on the books. The Asian thing was, I think, built around COVID, and I think it was something that was passed because of that, and just because of the recent murders that were targeting Asians. There was a horrific video of a man who was kicking this 60-some-year-old Asian woman in New York, and the security guards saw it and didn't even go outside to help the woman. They just kind of let
production team. Glenn, is there a law? We know there are laws about discrimination. Is there a law specifically that speaks to the treatment of Black people?
No.
Yeah.
It's a discrimination in general.
Well, there was discrimination based on race. Compromise.
Discrimination based on race is a law. There's laws on the books that prevent discrimination based on race.
Yeah. Gender. See, I think when you use race, then they can pimp that ambiguity.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you have to prove it, and there's a lot of that too. I heard a great interview from I think it was Byron Allen, which talked about that, and how do you prove discrimination if somebody is handing you, even if it's a crumb, they're handing you something so they can go back and say, well, we spent a few dollars on advertising for this company. We didn't really discriminate. We gave them something, but there's the systemic racism, and you get into that and really being able to prove that.
Yeah, my friend says there needs to be an African American hate bill, and I totally agree with that. I think it needs to be specific, and I think it needs to be aggressive. But again, I think it needs to be specific.
Yeah, but I think there's so many other things to tackle right now. Voting rights is so important right now because there's like 40 different bills in 40 different states to try to limit voting rights, and that indirectly targets African Americans. It targets Hispanics. It targets the people who weren't normally a voting bloc until the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So I think it's so important to go after those, and that's going to be a hard lift for Congress to get anything passed to block those bills. I mean, the Georgia bill has already been passed. I know there are lawsuits against that. Arizona was trying to pass a bill, and it was held up because the Republicans were fighting each other because it was like going to limit some of the Republican votes as well. So, I mean, there's some blatant laws that are coming that people are trying to limit the voting rights. Man, those are the things. That's the priority.
Sometimes, man, I'm just so amazed at the boldness.
Yeah. Nothing was wrong with voting laws until you started losing.
Yeah. There you go.
Wait a minute. There's irregularities.
That happens.
Well, think about it. Trump wouldn't have thought the election was rigged if he won.
Right. You created a solution where there was no problem. That's basically what they did. They created a solution where there was absolutely no problem.
Yeah,
there's voting irregularities. The Republican Secretary of State in Arizona, Republican now. Nevada. Republican Secretary of State in Nevada, and like the only Republican constitutional officer in the state said there were no irregularities. I'm sorry, but I have a job to do, and there were no irregularities in our state, and they still censured her. The Republican GOP censured her for not doing her job. It's like, instead of saying, wow, you're the only one left because everybody else is a Democrat now, we need to figure out how you did this. How did you get elected? We actually are going to come after you because we don't think you did your job and found a lie, supported the lie that was told. And that's basically what they're doing. They're basing laws on a lie.
Yeah.
So it's an amazing time. So 2022, everybody go vote. Don't hang at home because it's not a presidential election, because that's one of the big things that we do. We see a huge drop off in the number of people that vote, the percentage of people that turn out to vote. It is so important in 2022 to vote because it's going to change a lot of the course of the country in terms of the Senate, in terms of House of Representatives and things like that. So if you fall off now, every election is important. And I guess that's one thing, from an African American standpoint, we need to understand every election is important, because with every election, people are trying to chip away at your rights in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So you're not going to vote for your alderman, your mayor, your state rep, your state senator, your U.S. senator means as much as voting for the president. So proud of you for going out voting for president, and that's all wonderful. But those off-year elections are just as important, and people have to understand that.
Absolutely.
We got any happy topics?
Yeah.
I was just thinking. What do we want to end on?
I don't know.
Happy topics.
What are our hopes for year 2 of the show?
I don't know what.
Ooh, we gotta do a song list, bro.
Yes, tonight we got to do an anniversary song list.
Remember what I said in the thread during the week about your own personal hype song, which I try to give it more thought to.
Yes, your own personal hype song. Yes,
you were Mel. If you're speaking at the United Center and you got a contract for 40 dates in 1 year speaking, or Glenn, you got the biggest book tour ever, or Rob, you got the biggest consultation presentation ever, or me, I'm dumping trash in the back in Bronzeville, whatever I do.
Oh God.
What could potentially be the song that you had, and this is what inspired to do it. I was watching some videos of Steve Harvey going to the stage on the Family Feud, and I guess when he makes that walk, he actually has a dude with a little speaker walking.
Is that real? He really has a dude with a speaker that follows him around.
It seemed to be real to me, like just his hype dude, and he just, whatever song is being played that day, the dude walks next to him with a little wireless speaker, and he just plays it, and Steve just zones out while he's on that last walk, getting in his face, which I get. You know what I'm saying? I get. So
yeah, and I do sound design for conventions, and we call them stings when people are walking on and off stage.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a thing.
Here's the difference, though. Nobody hears that song but him. It's his hype song, so it's not the audience hearing it. It's just him.
I get that, but most people select whatever their hype song is. Like if we're at a conference, most people select that for their walk-on song as well.
Fighters do, yeah.
Yeah. So here's my recommendation for us as we do this. So Shawn gave us the hype song, and we each get to pick one.
All right.
Everybody comes up with the category of a song, and then we all got to pick a song based on the category. So like Glenn might say your love song, or whatever, or your favorite
because I'm a lover of life and it's my birthday.
Birthday song.
Yeah, exactly. I don't sound like that when I say it, though, man. Don't be next.
No, you sound just like that.
That's just like that.
No, I don't. I don't.
So let's get categories, or let's get categories, because Shawn needs some time to think about it. So,
you gotta go to his refrigerator.
Yep. So my thing is your nostalgic childhood song, like that song that you hear and it takes you back to a time when you were a kid, right? Your nostalgic childhood song. So that's my category.
All right.
Man, I didn't bring my. Let me write this down, because I'm old.
I got you. I'm gonna repeat it. So what's your category?
He's gonna say it louder too, Rob.
So my
like I can't.
So wait a minute. Hype song is already a category, right?
Yeah.
Hype song is the category? Okay, so hype song, nostalgic childhood. So I would say, you know what? I'm going to say love song because I'm a lover of life too.
Oh, God. Love song.
I'm a lover of life, you know. Okay. I got my ginger and pineapple stored away. I'm a lover.
And here's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to invite our producers back to this to close us out with this. And instead of just us four giving a song, we're going to have 6 songs for each category. Oh, where in the world is Keisha San Diego? There she is.
I don't know. They've been drinking. I don't know that they're prepared to do this. I don't think
they'll be fine, Glenn. If your ass last week could do the show.
I did a great job on that show, Mel. Thank you.
Okay, great. So love song is that category. Keisha and Raj, I won't make y'all come up with a category. Just contribute to the list. Hazzard, what's the last category?
Oh my God. You picked them all. Is it R&B? Can we do is that a category?
If you want it.
You wanted the co-stars. Okay. You could say dig it in your nose song if you want. It's your category.
Hold it. What was that? Did you say?
Nothing. Yes, that could be a category, Robert. That could be a category.
Water's your category.
Let's do a blue-eyed soul category, Mel.
Robert.
Yeah. Category.
It's Robert's opportunity. If that's.
I thought he was getting.
And if you want to choose a blue-eyed soul one for R&B, you can. But what's the category? Is it R&B, Robert?
Yeah, R&B.
Okay, R&B. All right, so I gotta add Keisha and Raj to this. Thank you. All right, so hype song. Shawn, since this is your category, you give the first song and then you tell who goes next. You decide the order of who gets to say it. Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, there can be no repeat songs on these lists. So if somebody gets to your song before you are SOL. Shawn Mason, it's on you, brother.
What about birthday friends? Please shout out some suggestions for me. All of you that wish me happy birthday. I need your help.
Can we remove Glenn till this time to speak?
I know.
What about repeat artists, Mel? Can it be repeat artists?
It can be repeat artists, just not repeat songs.
Okay. My hype song is Usher, Bad Girl. What y'all know?
Really? Why are you coming out on Bad Girl? That's what I want to know.
Because I'm a new and a new soul on Bad Girls. And I like bad girls.
Okay. You like bad girls. Okay. That's cool.
I like good girls with bad habits.
You get to decide the order of who goes.
Keisha Rose is next. Keisha Rose is next.
I'll turn down.
It's a love song, right?
No, this is hype song. Hype song.
We're on love songs?
Hype song. Hype songs.
Turn it up. Turn up your sound.
No, we can hear.
Okay, so love songs, right?
No.
Would you try hype songs?
Hype song.
Oh, my hype song is Vimeo. You can't stop me. You can't stop me, Vimeo.
Vimeo?
Vimeo, who is that?
I thought that was a web service, a video service.
I thought it was a money paying service. Venmo.
You can't stop me. Okay.
Yeah, I knew it was a bad idea to let the producers on.
Quiet, man.
Yes, please. Shawn, who goes next?
I thought Keisha picks next. Okay. Rob, your hype song, sir. Rob.
Hazzard,
can I get two?
No. Once you man, you
okay.
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
All right.
We're trying to end the show, Robert. One song.
Drake started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
Drake started from the bottom.
That's good.
That's a good one. That's a good choice, Rob.
Raj Bruce. Raj Bruce.
Hype song, DMX Rough Rider.
He was waiting for entry. He said it quick. Rest in power to the great DMX. Glenn Murray, hype song.
All right, so I had two, but I'm going to go with this one. It's called Victory by Diddy and the Notorious B.I.G.
The sun won't shine forever, but as long as we here, then we might well ride together. Yeah, all right. I give you that.
They used the theme song. They used the Rocky theme.
We didn't ask. We just want the song and we want to go.
Really?
Glenn, I gave it and I came out. I gave my title, then I left. That's how.
You sure did, bro. Title and artist, man. That's all we're looking for.
Last but not least, I want to throw something every time I hear this song and beat is Freeway, What We Do. Freeway with Jay-Z.
We're familiar. Don't explain like you told me. Okay.
No, I was giving an artist.
I was
giving an artist. Freeway and Jay-Z. What We Do. Okay. So next is nostalgic childhood song. And I would like for Glenn to go first.
Well, I'm so young. My nostalgic childhood song would be from like the mid 2000s or something, since being the youngest on the show. Let me think about it. Hold on. Let me think. Okay, so nostalgic childhood songs. I listened to a lot of Prince when I was young, so I'm not sure what that says about my childhood.
Lady Cab Driver. Glenn.
Lady Cab Driver by Prince.
Lady Cab Driver?
Yeah.
That's your
I was in my teens when it came out. Well,
you must be 20 years old. But go ahead. Because my childhood song is quite revealing.
I know y'all gonna be like, "It's my party. I'll cry if I want to" and stuff. And my girl, y'all.
So, Shawn, what's your song?
Lattimore, straighten it out. Let's straighten it out. Lattimore is the official name of it. Lattimore, let's straighten it out.
Can I change my childhood song?
No, you cannot.
All right, that's cool. That's just shows I'm younger than y'all. That's fine. I'm younger than y'all.
Roger.
Yeah, I'm gonna be respectful here because the first one that came to mind probably wasn't a childhood song, but it just Juicy Fruit, man. Yeah. That's what I was listening to quietly when my parents were like, "What you listening to?" I'm sitting here, you know very well.
Man, y'all are old. Y'all are really old.
I mean, Mr. Telephone Man would have probably been more.
Jealous Girl, New Edition.
Oh, that's a great call, Keisha.
You said what? Jealous Girl, New Edition.
She looked like one of
the Telephone Man.
Who was your favorite New Edition person, Keisha?
Ralph.
I still say Ralph is the coldest front man since Mike.
Of course. You know I'm like the Ralph of the man cave, right? You know that.
So what you trying to say? Are you flirting with me, Glenn?
Excuse me, can I get through this list so we can end the show, people? Please.
Keep flirting with me, guys.
Robert.
Yes. I am ready.
I've
got this all. The Jackson 5, I'll Be There.
Ooh, y'all are old. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that was hysterical.
If you can't find that one, we'll go with Al Green. Let's Stay Together.
Nope, we one song. One song.
Y'all are so old. Can y'all get a song that was actually in the 80s?
You can't find that one. Like it's just hard to find that song.
So I can't even think of the artist right now. But Breaking My Stride. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. No. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. I got it on the playlist, so
you'll find it. You'll be able to find it by the time easy.
Yep, I got it. All right, so that is
Matthew Wilder is the name. Matthew Wilder.
Yeah, Matthew Wilder. There you go. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
So, all right, now we are on love songs. That was Glenn's category. Glenn, you pick who goes first.
Rob, you go first. Lover of Life. Get it out.
Love songs, Rob.
So I've got Lakeside. If you say yes.
Go, Rob.
You went hard, didn't you, Hazzard? Start calling you Hard Hazzard.
Please don't.
No,
Glenn,
don't call him hard. No.
Next person, Glenn. Next person, Glenn.
Keisha.
I'm What You Need, Shantae Moore.
Oh, good one.
Why you took my song?
Are you still flirting with Keisha? I think you're still flirting with Keisha.
She took my song. I think she flirted with me now because that was my song.
Glenn, next person. I'm not doing this with y'all.
Mel, you're next. Mel, you're next.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna go with "Adore" by Prince.
All right, Robert. No, I mean not Robert. Raj, you're next, Raj.
That would be "Good Kisser," Usher.
That's a love song, really. That's a love song.
He has spoken. He has spoken.
It is, boy.
All right.
When I tell you, I got 22 years in this game.
I'm worried about y'all. Okay,
What's
Sean,
next,
give it to me, Sean.
I said what I said.
Hands down, "Make Me Say It Again," girl. The Eyes.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good one.
Okay. And Glenn, what's your song?
Voyage to Atlantis. The Eyes.
Oh, nice. Mel, did you choose one?
Yeah, he chose one.
What did he choose?
Adore by Prince.
Right.
Okay. R&B. Robert, who goes first?
Let's see who hold it.
R&B.
Let's see who goes first. Roger.
House is Not a Home, Luther. That's the one I sing around here a lot.
Really?
Yes.
Who do we got next?
It's up to you. You pick who's next.
Let's go to Keisha.
Let me turn this down.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know.
R&B.
R&B.
And it doesn't have to be slow.
That would have to be my girl Whitney. I'm gonna do. She got so many.
I'm your baby tonight.
Saving all my love.
Saving all my love. Y'all going with the slow songs. This is a second slow song list. All right.
Glenn, what you got?
Who?
Glenn, what do you have?
Oh, for me, for R&B, let me see. Let me think about this really quickly. R&B.
Sean, you're up next.
Damn, there's so many. R&B. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
September. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
The letter said Orange Juice Jones. I saw you walking in
the rain.
Right, I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Don't
Yeah,
laugh
I
at me,
followed you
Christiana.
tonight. I followed you. That's right. I missed you so much. I followed you.
Hey, today. Close your mouth.
Before I go to Sean, Mel, what do you have for this category?
Oh God, it's the song by Switch that Biggie sampled for One More Chance.
No, that was a DeBarge song, actually.
Was that
Stay
DeBarge?
With Me.
That wasn't Switch?
Yeah, it was Stay With Me, but it was Stay With Me by DeBarge.
There you go.
That was a reasonable. That was a reasonable hiccup, though, Mel. So you know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
that one. That was Stay With Me.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Sean, did you give yours?
What you got?
No, I'm gonna go classic. Frankie Beverly and Maze singing.
Watch out there now, Vanya.
Happy
Watch out there
Feeling.
now.
Bang,
Happy
give it
feelings?
something
That's
he
my
can
shit.
feel. Bang, what you?
Feelings. All right, and Robert, you close us out.
So I'm gonna do. Let's see. I was going to do Let's See, but I actually like.
Right.
TLC Waterfall. I like that one.
You like Waterfall?
Yeah, that's TLC.
You consider that R&B?
Okay, let's
okay.
go
Hey,
you
know what? You know what?
Let's go
I don't
with
argue with grown people. I do not argue with grown
anything
people.
for you. I don't know if that one.
Is this our first 2 hour show? This is our first 2 hour show.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, I'm done. I got the list. I'll make it and I'll post it in the chat.
Dude, this has almost been 2 hours. We've never done 2 hours before.
Everybody's song has some kind of a theme, you know. A house is not a home if you ain't got a Rough Rider or a good pistol.
Wow. Okay, Roger. He has a narrative with his
song. A house not a home if you ain't got a bad girl in it.
That's right.
Yeah, house is not home if you can't take on a voyage to Atlantis.
Well, hey, since I'm the lover of life, Stevie Wonder said, "Hey, love." I didn't take y'all back to that.
Oh, okay.
That's right. You know what I'm talking about, Keisha.
How's not home?
You only get one song per category, so quit trying to throw extras out there.
Hey man, we've been angling for a second song every category.
I think one time we need to do like a listener list. We let the listeners pick what they think they should.
They were throwing some really good suggestions.
They were throwing some ideas out there, really good ideas. So I really like that. Although Tish Billingsley, we need
Kevin
to talk.
Foster, we don't do that in this house.
Kevin Foster, I'm with you.
We don't do that in this house.
Tish Billingsley, one of my wine crawl franchisees, her selection was Darling Nikki. Tish, we need to talk. You had a good wine crawl today in Birmingham, didn't you?
She also came with
the other day.
She came with TLC. That's why I went with that one.
All right, so it's been an amazing show.
It's been good.
It's been great.
It has. Thank you all for hanging out with us for 2 whole hours. And thank you guys, producers included, for making this such an awesome experience every week. I think everybody's contribution is appreciated by everybody else. And so we all know that we appreciate each other. And
almost midnight there for her. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you for hanging out on the East Coast.
I just wanted to let you all know that this is the end of season 1 for the Man Cave. We're gonna make the official announcement. I will not be returning for season 2. They're gonna find somebody to replace me. I've done my work here, and my Saturday nights will be reserved for something else. So possibly my little brother. I don't know. Still keep a Roberson here. We'll see. But it's been a very, very,
if anybody
very good
sees the shock on my face, they know I did not know this. I don't know if everybody else knew this.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know it either. So
this was my total. So we're total. This is a total shock. So Mel, we love you.
Fools. If Glenn could
Don't play with us, Mel. Take him out. Take him out.
Get him out of here.
You know what, Mel?
I was going to take him out early, and I'm like, maybe he's serious. So I'll leave it.
Man, we're going to take your word for it. You know, at jobs, when they issue their resignation, you have to take it. So we're going to take your resignation.
I can extend to April Fools.
That was very good.
It's my birthday.
You see, I was like, what the hell is going on?
I know, really. He was good. He got us good, too.
Wow.
Yeah.
He couldn't tell nobody in order to make it work that well. So that was...
Thank you all for celebrating my birthday. First of all, the most important part
my birthday
and Robert's birthday.
Well.
Aries.
My birthday is in December, but hell, let's celebrate it anyway.
Aries love. If you're a Taurus, we're sorry. We just took over your little season. You don't matter that much. I'm sorry. You just don't. I'm sorry. You sound like Leo.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Keisha, for saying hello to the people and letting everybody know that it's you guys who run the show behind the scenes. We're glad that you decided to show your face, and we can now blame Keisha for all the things that the ladies can't do. I'm glad that we
right. And thank you for
season 2, y'all.
Champagne bottle on this show.
Where's that bottle I bought you?
We'll be out for a couple of weeks, everybody, but then we'll be back with season 2. Looking forward to it.
That's the end of season 1. It's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to all our guests. Thank you, Robert.
Wait a minute, Mel. What are you doing, Mel?
Shawn and Glenn. Thank you for being such a great partner, Glenn. Thank you, Roger, for being such a great partner. Thank you, guys.
My DMs are still open. It's okay.
Season 2 coming soon.
Thank you, Keisha Rose. Glenn, stop flirting.
Camped out at home for COVID? Join us, Indie TV, where you will see the talk shows, movies, drama, action, and comedy. Be the first and see it first. Sign up now for free at Indie TV.
Hi, I just wanted to take this time to say thank you for watching. It really is all about me. I am the star of the show. I'm the brains behind the show. And as you can see, I control it all. But thank you. We appreciate you. God bless and good night.